Hi all, hope everyone's doing well. I have my latest signature finished to show everyone. So the previous video you would have seen me make the first page, like the cover page, and then one other page in this. But yeah, so I needed to get it done, so I've quickly whacked it all together, and it's been heaps and heaps of fun, this one, because it's very different. So yes, we had to do our favourite classic author, and I was allowed to do Stephen King because I wanted to do something different, and I suppose his books are quite well known, so why not? So yes, I cut the title there off of a cover of an old book and a picture of Stephen himself. There's some lace and some satin material behind the lace, a nice purple. I don't know if you can see that. It's not too good filming at night times in my kitchen. And so on this page I have just a bit of information about Stephen King and how he bought out heaps of books, but a lot of them were turned into movies as well. So this page is mostly about Christine, which a lot of people would know about the movie Christine. So yeah, I've printed out some memorabilia for the books and movies, and I've also got a page out of his book Skeleton Crew. I thought that was nice and morbid, and it's also a really cool journaling spot. So because if they want to write on the black, they're gonna have to have one of those white textures or whatever, so I thought I'll try and add a few spots where they can write. Now this one of course is about it, and I've just put some lace up the top, and this was the other page that I did in my previous video as well, where I stuck the balloon down, and I've got this, if you pull the string here, that's if I can hold the string. No? There. There's a little it. So he just slips in there. So I suppose you could journal on the back of him, but I just like him sleeping in there. So yes, and then I made a little paper clip here that's got like the book cover of it or whatever as well. Now that has a purpose. It is to hold in place this piece of lace. So I wanted to make a piece of lace sort of a bit like a curtain, because I find it nice and goth, and also it's sort of like a theatre for Creepshow. So I've put some pictures in about Creepshow, which wasn't an actual book, I don't think. It possibly was comics though, and I know that he wrote the story for Creepshow for the movies. So I've made this little book, which I did on my last video as well. The last page had a bit of a tear in it, so I thought I'd just cover it. So anyone who's watched some of his movies on TV would know what that stands for. So yeah, and so that slips in there, a little tuck spot, and I've just lightly embellished. I was going to do a big cluster there, but I put all this stuff together and it just didn't look right, so I've just left it at that. Sometimes I find simpler is better. Not all the time, and I need to practice layering and, you know, being able to put lots of things on a page sometimes and being happy with it. So I also made a tuck spot out of this one, and I just recently got the Tim Holtz ticket booth or whatever dies and stamps, so I had a bit of fun with them and thought I'd put some of the Paramount Theatre tickets in here. Just add a bit of ephemera. And then I cut bits out of the books too. Like this one says, "I'm your boogeyman, that's what I am, and I'm here to do whatever I can." I'm not sure what movie that pertained to, but I know it's like Casey and the Sunshine Band sung that song, but Stephen King had put it into one of his books. So I thought just to add something different. Now, so the other side of this tuck spot is the envelope, which is about Pet Sematary, all of this. So on the envelope I had a book that had this black lined paper, which I thought was really cool as well. So hopefully whoever gets it does have a white pen, because they'll be able to journal on this. If not, I've tried to leave other journaling spaces. So there's a little tuck spot here, a little Pet Sematary card, and just backed with some lace and put some ribbon along. And then this is about Cujo. Most people would know about Cujo. That's one of the books that was turned into a movie. And then in the envelope I've put this journaling card. So it's a Project Life card that I've just cut the edges off so it fits, and then I've stuck some of the black line paper on it and a bit of lace just to make it look a bit better. And it's got a little verse there. It's got a couple of verses here about a dead dog. That's really morbid. I apologise now to whomever gets this because they might not like it at all, but hey, yeah, dare to be different, I reckon. Yeah, so I made another tuck spot out of this, and I've just got some bias binding on the bottom. And then in this tuck spot, you take those out, and I've lined it again with the paper to journal on. And then another Project Life card that has just some lace and some bits out of his books and Pet Cemetery. And then on the back, it's got some tea-dyed paper. Oh, actually, I think that's like a page out of the book, because I like using the blank pages out of the books, yeah, to back tags and that with for journaling spots. So that's a nice one. And then I made a bookmark. I just covered one of the old bookmarks that falls out of the books. It was a bit crinkled and that. I love using them and covering them because they make them nice and sturdy, and I don't have to cut any new card or anything for it. So, and then I just have like some bits and pieces out of all of his books. Got his name down the bottom and chapter 1 up there, which I thought was a cool bookmark for a journal that's author themed. Bit of this beautiful black lace on the top, so it's sort of like a tag that hangs out the top of the journal too, which looks nice, and a few more of his books. And then that's backed also with some tea-dyed paper. Just got to be a little careful slipping them in and out so they don't get caught. And then on the back, I cut that out of one of his books. You had better not read it alone. And then I got a picture of a bookcase and just stuck a whole lot of the book fronts that I printed out all into the bookcase. And that's a little side tuck here. And I've got some of my lined black paper, and then it's a list of a whole lot of his books there, just in case whoever gets this wants to know what books he's written. I just thought I'd rather do ephemera that sort of pertains to the theme and might be interesting anyway. So I had so much fun making this one. It's so dark and different. I tried not to put anything too dark in it. You know, there were probably some more horrific things I could put in, but I tried to keep it not too bad so that hopefully whoever gets it won't be too put off. But I really love it. It's just different, and it was heaps of fun to make. So I thought I'd get on and show everyone before it gets sent off to the recipient. Hope everyone's having a great time today, and I will see you again soon. See you later, guys.